Assalamualaikum and Salam Sejahtera. Now, me and my groupmate will present a task that related to financial accounting based on a business that we choose. The business that we choose is a Nuar bundle enterprise. The topic that we will discuss in this presentation is a background of the business characteristic, classification of a business item, recording process of the business, and lastly, the strength and the weakness of the recording process. As you all can see at the slide, basically Nuar Bundle Enterprise is located at Sungai Udang, Klang. So now, let's take a look what is inside the Nuar Bundle Enterprise.
Hi, I am Muhammad ISKANDAR ZULKARNAIN bin AZIZ. My student ID is 2022407882. So now I will talk about the business background that we chose for this project, which is Nuar Bundle Enterprise. Nuar Bundle Enterprise is a sole proprietorship business registered under Suruhanjaya Syarikat Malaysia that is owned by Muhammad Azhar bin Aziz, located in a small but busy town of Sungai Udang, Klang, Selangor. Nuar Bundle is a thrift store that sells second-hand clothes, including shirts, jeans, sneakers, leather shoes, and jackets that are imported from USA and Japan. So these clothes came in many bundles, and Mr. Azhar would select the clothes one by one himself. The clothes are sold with different prices according to their condition, the quality, and the brand. The prices for the items are vary. Some of them can be as cheap as 5 ringgit for a t-shirt or for a pair of pants, and some of them are a bit costly, costing around 100 to 300 ringgit, depends on the exclusivity of the item. So Mr. Azhar opened this business in 2008 using his own saving money, amounting 60,000 ringgit. Earlier, Mr. Azhar worked for his uncle, who also owned a thrift store, also in Klang, to gain experiences of the business and to save up money to open Nuar Bundle Enterprise. The profit earnings for Nuar Bundle is in between 7,000 to 10,000 ringgit monthly. The business administration of Nuar Bundle is managed by Mr. Azhar himself and his employee. Nuar Bundle has one employee that is being paid 2,000 ringgit and 200 per month. Nuar Bundle operates daily from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. and closes on certain public holidays such as Hari Raya Aidilfitri. Now, let's move on to the business characteristics of Nuar Bundle Enterprise. First, the registration. Regardless the type of business the company is engaged, it should be lawfully legal or otherwise will not be recognized as a business. Nuar Bundle Enterprise is registered under Suruhanjaya Syarikat Malaysia or SSM as a sole proprietorship. SSM is a certificate that needs to be provided by all business in Malaysia. Second, economic activity. The main nature of business for Nuar Bundle Enterprise is retail in bundle clothing. Nuar Bundle Enterprise has their own physical store in Klang, which customers can walk into the store to choose their preference. Third, capital. Nuar Bundle Enterprise capital is contributed by the owner itself, Mr. Muhammad Azhar bin Aziz. The business opening capital is 60,000 ringgit cash, came from the owner personal savings. As a start, the business bought the relevant items for the store, including display cabinets, shoe racks, hangers, clothes racks, and mannequins, amounted 35,000 ringgit. Fourth, ownership. Nuar Bundle Enterprise is fully owned by one person, which is Mr. Azhar. It is controlled and managed by the owner himself. Fifth, sole proprietorship. This business has unlimited liability, which means that the owner personally liable for all the debts of the business, but if the business gain profit, it would be owned by the owner itself as well. Okay. 6. Profit or loss. It is the indicator of success or failure of a business. Profit acts as a driving force behind all business activities. Since Nuar Bundle is a sole proprietorship, all profits belongs to the owner, and any loss incurred will be borne by the owner as well. Only Mr. Azhar, as the owner, will take responsibility on the activity that will take risks on his business. 7. The final one, which is the book of account. There is no legal obligation to keep the book of account for Nuar Bundle Enterprise.
Hi, I would like to explain about the classification of business item. For this business, Nuar Bundle Enterprise. The business item can be classified into 5 items. There are asset, liabilities, drawing, revenue, and expenses. The first business item that I will be explaining are assets. Assets are properties owned by a business. There are 2 types of assets, non-current assets and current assets. Non-current assets are usually not possessed but the ones that are used for the operation of the business, while current assets are the ones either can be cash or convert into cash. Liabilities are funds supplied by the external parties to the business, such as bank. There are 2 types of liability. The first one is non-current liability and the second one is current liability. Non-current liabilities are amounts owned by the business that are not paid by within 1 year, while current liabilities are amounts owned by the business that are paid within 1 year. Nuar Bundle Enterprise, Mr. Azhar do not take any liability for this business as he used his own money to start the business. The third one is drawing. Drawings are an asset of its business that are taken by its owner for their own personal use. For this business, Encik Azhar take his monthly drawings as his own salary around 4,000 ringgit. Revenue are the money that generate from normal business operation. Mr. Azhar got monthly revenue from this business roughly 7,000 to 10,000 ringgit per month for its sales. Last but not least, expenses. Expenses is the cost of asset consumed or service used for the process or earning the income for the business. Mr. Azhar pay employee salary for 2,200 ringgit for one person, the utilities for 200 per month, and rent expenses for the shop lot around 1,500 ringgit.
Hi, my name is MUHAMMAD MISSYAHRULNIZAM bin MISLAN. My ID is 2022-2856. Now I will be explain about the recording process of the business for the Nuar Bundle Enterprise. Mr. Azhar is a owner of a bundle clothing shop that he used to record all his sales transaction in the book every day at beginning of the accounting period. There are 3 types of book that he used to record all his daily sales transactions, such as cash book, bank book, and the sale receipt book. The cash book function is to record the flow of the cash that comes in and out, such as money in hand only. And for the bank book, basically it record the flow of money that comes in and out of the bank account. Example like the money in the bank. And then the sales receipt book is issue receipt for every customer purchase. The cash book and the bank book is used to record the date, receipt or payment, incoming money, outgoing money, and the final balance. If the customer use online transfer or like a QR pay instead of cash, a bank book should also be available. As a result, because the transaction involve bank fund, Mr. Azhar cannot record it in the cash book. In the sales receipt book, he used to record date, item, quantity, price, buyer's name, and receipt number. The receipt book purpose is to record daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly sales. It also makes it easier to check the price on sale item, as well as he can trace the sales history with the customer and sales revenue for each week, month and year. Once all transaction entry has been correctly recorded, Mr. Azhar needs to enter the result of the manual entry into his Excel, and afterward close the transaction account at the end of each accounting period to provide a clearer and more systematic overview. For later review, he created a format in Excel similar to the accounting system. There are 3 types of financial statement in his Excel, such as journal entry, income statement, and statement of a financial position.
Hello everyone, my name is AFIZA DOLLAH. So today I will represent the strength and weakness of recording process for Nuar Bandar Enterprise. Okay, the first one is the strength. Okay, the strength is first one, help to maintain the business. Okay, so owner can monitor closely the recording process for the business, so that Mr. Azhar can easily know the profit and loss lah. For Nuar Bandar Enterprise, Mr. Azhar only use ledger book Excel, so for the end of the month he perform the closing, so that Mr. Azhar can know the profit and loss lah. So that one is easy to Mr. Azhar to monitor the progress of his business lah. And then the second one is easily review the information. Easily review the information means Mr. Azhar can easily review the expenses, sales, income and revenue for the Nuar Bandar Enterprise. So he can directly access the information because he only do recording process with using the ledger book and Excel. So if Mr. Azhar need to find something such as expenses, or he need to know the profit, or he need to review the information and retrieve the information, he can immediately find from the Excel book lah. And then the last one is save time and cost. Save time and cost when you need to retrieve the report. Example, for conduct year-end closing, a good recording process through Microsoft Excel can allow you to save time and money, as you do not have to panic and go through a last-minute rush to meet deadline, or hire someone last minute to handle the account lah. Okay, for the weakness is first one, provide correct information. The business owner and the staff might be provide the incorrect information. So the example is on that day, on the business day, Mr. Azhar got a lot of customer on that day, so he need to attend the customer first, and he cannot do the recording process at the same time. So that at the end of the day, he only perform the recording process, means he only can record all the transaction on that day, so that Mr. Azhar might be forget the exact information for the previous customer by remembering the transaction amount. So that one is maybe lack of provide correct information. And then second one is mistake in data entry. So whenever he want to because for Nuar Bandar Enterprise, normally he will record the transaction using the ledger books, and then from ledger books he will transfer to the Excel. So when he transfer data to the Excel book, that one may be mistake in data entry in the Excel book lah. Possibilities to make mistake in data entry means whenever transfer the data to the Excel, Mr. Azhar might be wrongly type the amount, or maybe rightly type the purpose, might be wrongly type the items. So that one is the weakness lah for the recording process. And then the third one is inconsistently. The owner or the staff not consistently record all the transaction happen at the end of the day, means on the same day lah. Like I said, the first one is that one lah. Maybe that day he got a lot of customer, so maybe he forget to record the transaction, and then maybe he will record the next day. That one is the weakness. So So the conclusion is, during the interview, we have shared so many things with Mr. Azhar, and Mr. Azhar also normally quite open lah to share his expenses and then his business lah, and then we also share our knowledge regarding the recording process, and then we have shared with Mr. Azhar a few suggestions lah. The first one is we have explained to Mr. Azhar what is the exactly proper recording process. Okay, we have shared also recording process start from transaction. Transaction means when the customer purchase the goods from him lah, and then source document. Maybe source document like if customer pay by cash, so he need to record in the journals, and then from journals transfer to ledger, and then from ledger transfer to trial balance, and then if there is a adjustment, he need to go back to the journals, and then if no adjustment for that month, he can proceed to the financial statement. Okay, and then second one is we explain to Mr. Azhar the importance of proper documentation and proper accounting. Okay, we also explain to Mr. Azhar why the proper accounting and proper documentation is so important actually for the business. Okay, I have explained to Mr. Azhar. Okay, if one day Mr. Azhar would like to expand his business to get more capital injection to his business, so he need to apply the bank loan. So for apply bank loan, we need a proper accounting, we need a proper documentation to support his application for bank loan lah. So good recording process and good accounting is very important to the business. And then the important of accounting also important because sometimes the government department such as LHDN, tax department might be request some document from the business lah. So if you keep all the documentation and then you prepare the proper account, so easy for you to get the information, and if government request from the business lah. And then third one, we also advise Mr. Azhar to get a certified accountant to manage his business account, to get or to get an accounting system so that he can do a proper accounting. Okay, so actually Mr. Azhar Mr. Azhar open to accept our suggestion, and then I hope Mr. Azhar can do better his account lah. So I think that's all the presentation from our group for the topic of financial accounting and reporting for sole proprietor or business. Have a nice day, and thank you everyone.